these companies, try hack me, offensive security, hack the box, you have great ideas. They just don't take the user experience, the user excitement into account. I really thought that this was a huge missed opportunity. And even if you try to do seams on the back end, what is currently burned in my mind is IPSec raw dogging a bunch of PCAP with Zeke Sherlocks. I want to talk about Hack the Box's Sherlock feature, or the Sherlock challenges that they have on the site. And looking at the last video that I did, I don't want to sound like I'm negative or I'm always trying to criticize. So I want to start with the positives really quick. It is a positive move. It is in the right direction that Hack the Box has a Sherlock part where if you're not up on it, you can download PCAP. I think they also have EBTX, which is Windows Event Logs / Sysmon or whatever Windows would have. It's early. And from there, you download the zip file and you have to manually analyze it with your OS. So if you're downloading PCAP, which is another option, for example, you have to raw dog the shit out of the PCAP with Zeke Cut, Zeke Grep, and Wireshark, which is the point of the video. It is a step in the right direction because defenders want representation, and I think we finally got it. So, boom. Now let me actually get into what I really want to say. Yo, you almost had it. You almost fucking had it, man. You almost had it. Seems. Let me, before I try to persuade and convince my audience here, let me take you back to a very rough timeline, and my bad if I get the dates off, but this shit should be roughly accurate. In 2017, we saw the advent of scenes like Splunk and Kibana. 2017, so not really in wide adoption, it was just up and coming as being used in the community. Right around 2020, 2021, we had this idea of a big data platform. And in this, you have an elk stack or some kind of thing that will ingest a bunch of data. Then you had Hadoop and all of these other things that I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I know the concept in that it is to do widespread analytics, widespread machine learning, widespread automation, widespread everything over a bunch of data. And we're talking petabytes at this point. And that's what it was ultimately used for. 2023, we have all of that plus ChatGPT, large language models, excuse me if I'm fucking this up, large language models, and all of the things that make automation easier. And then plus now we have Chainsaw. We have all of these things that will, when we ingest a petabyte of PCAP into a system, we, if not instantly, within a couple of minutes, can get right to the source of the data, which seems the most malicious. And there's a reason why I laid out all of that. And the reason is there's a video that IPSec has on his channel. And IPSec, man, I love you, man. You are dope. You are very smart. You are very talented. The video showcases him walking through one of the retired Hack the Box Sherlock boxes, if we're calling it that. I don't know what we're really calling them. But he is using Zeke Cut, Zeke Grep, just a command line Zeke CLI to find indicators of compromise within PCAP. And within itself, there's nothing wrong with that. Within itself, it's like, okay, I'm going to show you how to use this tool that not a lot of people know how to use, and I'm going to have success with it. You could take that a step higher and say, okay, instead of that, I'm going to ingest it into Wireshark. I am arguing with this video that both of those things are disingenuous to the community that would like to have an actual role in the organization. I've always seen Hack the Box as I can go to Hack the Box and get relevant skills that I can take to my employer. What am I getting at ultimately? You guys should have all of this stuff in a scene. Now, when I inquired about this on IPSec's videos, he responded that was coming soon, and that might be a part of the enterprise product or sales package or service that they offer. Cool. But then I would argue that you guys really missed out on an opportunity to capture the initial excitement of everyone. Subscribe so you can get kind of like raw, candid feedback on the things that are going on around us. Let's just say instead of going with the download PCAP, download EVTX files, you went initially with the same idea. Now people like me can go back to my managers, the people that actually make the decisions with money, and say, sir, on Hack the Box, they have a thing called Sherlocks where you can literally log in just like you would do with a regular Hack the Box machine and have instant access to Kibana or Splunk or whatever you guys would pick. And from there, they can practice real world queries, real world analytics that we do every day. I think he would probably buy into that. Whereas if I went to him and said, there's a thing on Hack the Box called Sherlocks, and people can download PCAP and they have to go through everything with Zeek, CLI, there is a SIEM thing that may or may not be coming in the future. And what do you think, sir? The excitement, do you understand it? So a lot of times, and this kind of goes back to the video that I did about micro certifications and badges, these companies, try Hack Me, Office Security, Hack the Box, you have great ideas. They just don't take the user experience, the user excitement into account. And even though this might be like 2 criticizing videos in a row, which I don't like to do because I'm really a fun guy, I really thought that this was a huge missed opportunity. And even if you try to do SIEMs on the back end, what is currently burned in my mind is IPSec raw dogging a bunch of PCAP with Zeek CLI. Now, I do want to say another thing so that you understand where I'm coming from. There is a subsection of our community that does everything for the intellectual challenge. And for that, I'm an intellectual challenge guy as well because I already have my career. Does that make sense? I'm already an expert in my field. I'm already a leader in my field. Therefore, I can spend the extra cycles on the intellectual challenge. But for the majority of our field, we do the thing for job placement. We want to fill our resumes with something that a tech recruiter would instantly recognize. So I hope that is valuable feedback. It's probably stuff that people already knew. If you didn't take anything else away from this, it's just that for you organizations, you have to catch our initial excitement. You have to kind of know what makes us tick beyond the technical stuff. If you have an opinion about this, comment below. I don't mind disagreements. I don't mind being pointed into a different direction or a different, what is the word I need to say here? A different point of view that I didn't see. But again, I don't understand why Hack the Box missed the opportunity to introduce Sherlock with the scene. So a bit random, a bit all over the place, but I hope you got my message. Overall, I appreciate everything you guys have done for the community, but I'm one of those guys that have paid you probably thousands of dollars at this point, especially with the cert, especially with the subscription. So if I have invested that much into your company, I am going to speak as candidly as possible to make sure that the service that I'm paying for is as good as it can be. Get at me. I think I got a text. Let's see what this text says. Winter is here and millions caught in crisis globally need extra support. Terry tell Congress to act before a year end. Okay. All right. I'm out. That'll be easy. Peace.